Dr. Loomis.
Uh-huh.
He really appreciates what we do for him.
Yeah, I saw his letter, yeah.
Yeah, I've been
Hardest part is
talking
getting
to him.
smoke
I
out.
met probably 3 or
Oh,
4
that's
times.
inside that garage.
Oh, great, that's awesome.
And he calls me his friend. And I said, "You're famous." No, I'm not.
I feel like I've heard 3 different people talk about Dr. Loomis.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
But he's got a good place there.
Yeah. Okay. Calling the meeting to order. It is 6:28. And then, would you like dinner?
Sure.
Good.
I can do that. So don't call. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. So it looks like we have 2 sets of minutes to approve.
Our guests first.
Oh, yes, sorry. Sorry. Our guest star chief, I told you to go first, so I'll let you go first. Yeah. Yeah.
You should have gotten the quarterly run counts. Looking at them, but I think we're down 17 compared to last year. But none of them are really, all the categories are fairly close from where they were at last year.
That's 2 quarters in a row. You're feeling that?
I feel like last time, yeah, you said they were down.
Yes.
Could be.
Good job. Yeah. I don't know. You're doing something.
We're up
Yeah.
71. I reported that to the mayor one day. So
Yeah.
overall, the township's down, but the overall.
But the overall is okay.
Chief, are you down on fires? Is that what you're saying? That's what Corey was wanting to know.
Down on fires. Yeah. A tick down, you know.
So,
I say that, but it's pretty dry out.
I know, yeah.
Fortunately, we don't have too much ag within our area.
Yeah.
I suspect that you'll see probably a burn ban at some point if we don't get rain.
I'm surprised that we don't have one by now, but yeah.
How about the drug runs that they went down to?
Yeah. I think the access in Narcan helps.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the up 71 is in medical stuff, is in medical rooms.
City stuff.
That's just citywide.
Yeah, citywide.
Chief, I
I didn't
saw,
necessarily pull where we at fire versus fire, but
I saw that you're trying to start a new policy for medical assist for the
Yeah.
nursing homes.
Yeah.
So that's been a little bit.
Causing
Gotcha,
stir,
gotcha.
Yeah. So we've made what did I say, 38 calls to nursing homes and assisted living facilities this year. We made 78 last year and 77 the year before. So, and it's departments there's at least 2 in Indiana have already adopted the same ordinance. Actually been working all this week. Decatur, Illinois, passed it in 2024, $500 fee, and they actually dropped their responses by 60%. So,
Well, yours are down significantly.
yeah, because we've been out there hammering them to not call us so much for the non-emergency calls
Yeah.
that get used. And a lot of them we find they're doing it after hours, and the administrator that's running the place during the business hours doesn't even know that they're calling us at night. So
Oh, do they not have staff or?
that, or they set the policy. Some set the policy that fall no touch, or they just have employees that I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So there's an ordinance saying.
Yeah, proposed ordinance. You got the first reading at this month's meeting. It'll be read again next month. So
And so what does that call for?
it's a $500 fee for the first 3 times.
Oh.
And it goes up to 1,000 after that, within a calendar year.
Oh,
Is that just for Folsom Park?
That's just non-emergency lift assist. So and it's just for those 2 facilities. That if you're at your house and you fall, we come, we take care of you.
Yeah.
You don't get a bill, anything like that. It's just these facilities are used. You know, as I explained to the city council, that you're paying for that service, and then they turn around and call the fire department, and we go and we don't charge anything.
Yeah.
For it. So, and then the bigger picture is if we're at the nursing home or the lift assist lifting somebody, we're not.
And what you're
What
We're not gonna be there
if there's
for
an
a fire.
emergency, yeah.
That's a
yeah, they actually have people that can do that.
They have like machines too, right?
So a lot of the nursing homes have the what they call the Hoyer lift. That's
Yeah.
one brand. They have others, but there's lots of people that we've gone in there and seen them, but they're not been trained to use it. So it's like
Oh.
train your people, or get the manufacturers to come in and train you to
Yeah.
use the equipment, and the lift with it, you can actually use the lift. So
Yeah.
1 or 2 people can use a lift and lift somebody up.
But what they're doing, they're over abusing it.
Yeah, and it's not just Indiana. It's not Lafayette. It's not Indiana. It's nationwide.
Yeah.
You're starting to see I don't like to use the abuse of service, but it's
Well, it's
using it for maybe something that it wasn't intended for.
Yeah.
lack of training,
Yeah.
and maybe don't have enough people.
Yeah.
But our division, our prevention division's been working with them. But there are alternatives. I mean, you can Google. There are chairs that sit on the floor. They pump up and they lift them up. There's all the way up to the Hoyer lift.
Yeah.
That can actually lift people out of beds and off floors and all that kind of thing.
So you guys know how to do that, right? Is there any way that you can say train them?
We are not trained.
Oh,
to
you're
not?
use those
You're not?
Not a
equipment.
machine,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You guys use your physical.
So we
Obviously,
bought what's
the
called Doty belt. They're basically straps that we can put on and strap people in, and they have multiple handles that help save some of our back injuries. Because we have had a couple of people. I got one guy out on disability
Yeah.
with a back injury that
Yeah.
he claims was from a lift assist.
Lifting people, yeah.
So that's those are the ones that you have a guy that's been on 4 or 5 years and he goes out on a back injury, and we're paying 15 years for him to be on disability before he can
You can- yeah.
go out on that retirement.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the push, and more departments are going to go that way. I think it's just I think the pushback from city council, maybe one was the dollar amount, 2 was the concern. Will they push that onto that fee onto the patient?
Yeah.
And I think that if they're on Medicare or Medicaid, I think that's going to be hard for them to. I don't know that Medicare or Medicaid will accept that fee, but I guess we'll just have to see where that goes.
Train.
Well, yeah. Well, I think it's important to note that it's like non-emergency stuff.
It's non-emergency.
That's the thing I think you have to
Yep.
key in. Like you're always there for an emergency,
Yep.
but this is a
Yep,
non-emergency.
if you fall and you
Yeah.
see you hurt your elbow, we go and there's no fee to that.
Yeah.
It's that when we get our dispatch is calling and saying you need to go to this place for a lift assist.
Yeah.
And then I've heard people on the fire truck say that they walk in and then the staff say, "Oh, great, our firemen are here to lift for us." So it's actually a morale issue as well.
Yeah.
You guys feel like that they are being abused or
Yeah.
misused.
Misused, yeah.
Fun and end up getting hurt.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because some of them people are, sorry to say, kind of big.
So it's a more of a societal issue that it's going to have to be addressed at some point, but it's putting a strain on emergency services across the country, not just locally. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could have had you to my house, help me get up, but I got up on my own.
Well, like I said, we do that at the houses, and
Yeah.
you can see that those are ticking up. We're making about 1,000 lift assist runs across the city, across our area within a year.
In the regular houses, is this besides?
That's counting the nursing homes and the lift assist, but those are down between about 78 we're gonna probably trend about 50 this year. And a lot of it's just being out there educating. We're trying to community risk reduction, trying to drive those numbers down. It's really no different than our guys that are out for fire prevention, spreading the word of how to prevent a fire. Well, we're doing the same thing, maybe not prevent the fall, but how to do it safely and not use the emergency services to do it.
Well,
I guess it's been since
Yeah.
it tied up me all week trying to come up with numbers.
Yeah.
Thanks for explaining it.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. Anything else?
That's all I got.
All right. Do you want to stick around?
No, I
Or?
need to get going.
All right.
I'm still waiting on
It was good to see you. It's been
Yeah,
a
Good
while.
to see you.
Yeah.
Have a good
Yeah.
evening.
Yeah, you
All
guys
right. Be safe.
Reach
Yeah.
out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Let's look at our minutes. We've got 2 sets.
Oh, we have Corey.
Oh, I'm sorry. Corey. Yeah.
This is Corey Shively.
Sorry.
He's the founder and CEO of Cars for Keeps.
Yeah.
Floor is
Thank
yours.
you. Yeah, I didn't know, I do have brochures, so if everybody wants a brochure or anybody wants one, you can take one and pass it
Yeah.
around. So thanks, Monica, just for this opportunity to come introduce you guys to Cars for Keeps. So Cars for Keeps is a nonprofit founded here in Sabine County. I'm the founder. We began in 2021 is when we started the filing process. We got our 501c3 in 2022 and placed our first vehicle in the fall of 2023. We place vehicles through a no interest lease to own program. So we're really trying to combat the buy here, pay here guys that keep people stuck in poverty through high interest rates and overpriced vehicles. We buy our cars currently at wholesale through a partner dealer. We use Trejo Motors. It's over on Sagamore Parkway. They allow us to go to market, use their license to get vehicles, and then they only charge us the $150 basic seller fee that they have to charge when they sell a car in the state of Indiana. And so that allows us to take our recipients' dollars and go further. Part of the application process is we partner with Homestead Resources here in Sabine County. Our applicants have to do a budget review with Homestead Resources. They provide that budget to us so we can take a look and see what they can truly afford as far as a vehicle. And then we also account for fuel and potential insurance to make sure that we're not making anybody car poor by putting a vehicle in their hands. But that gives us then a budget that we can take a look at and go, okay, we know you can spend up to $200 a month over 36 to 42 months. And that gives us a dollar amount of a high and a low to go to market and try to find a vehicle that meets their needs. So as of today, we have 9 vehicles on the road all throughout Sabine County. We've seen everything from just kids being more involved in school because they're not taking city bus or they can't not be involved because you can't get 3 kids to 3 different schools via city bus and have them all active. And so we've seen kids participation increase in school. We've seen 6 of our 9 recipients get job promotions or better paying jobs. One of our recipients has already bought a house. So she went from being negative $20 a month to getting to the point where she was able to get approved and buy a house. So again, our whole thing is really to break the cycle of generational poverty through affordable vehicle ownership and financial education. So the biggest thing is I talk a lot about the car, but at the core, we're really about financial education and accountability. So part of the lease agreement is those recipients have to continue to do quarterly budget reviews. If they miss a quarterly budget review, there's a $50 administration fee that we charge them based off of just our time and homestead time, getting things set up and prepared. And it's a nice little deterrent that makes sure they show up every quarter to save that $50 and do that budget review. And then Cars for Keeps, we're really the accountability partner in that. So we do monthly check-ins, typically about every other week. We're either sending an email, making a phone call, checking in with the recipient, talking to them about their goals, what they're trying to do over the next quarter, whether or not it's reducing their overall debt to income ratio, whether or not they're just maybe next month they want to pay every single bill on time. Sometimes the goals start small and we kind of move up from there. But it really is, I'm a huge advocate of just being able to have that long-term relationship with the recipient. Many times if you come in and do financial education and then walk out, it can go in one ear and out the other. And this is where we really like the fact that we have that 36 to 42 month relationship to come alongside the families to really encourage them and hopefully help them themselves move out of poverty. So that's a real high level quick. I don't know, I know
Yeah.
I don't have a ton of time, but I just wanted to kind of let you all know who we are, what we're doing. We are actually doing, I don't have any invitations yet, but on November 19th, starting at 5 o'clock till about 6:30, we're doing a capital campaign kickoff at Matchbox here in town.
Yeah, send us some information.
Yeah, we'll send you some information on that. We're really just we need to get our own dealer license to expedite some process, increase volume, and be able to grow our reach. So we're doing a capital campaign kickoff to get that going. Yes.
So with the cars, you go like down to Indy and buy them down there, or?
We can go to physical auctions, or there's a whole online auction that's no different than it's like Carvana, but for dealers. So there's a whole online auction that is only accessible through wholesale pricing that you have to have that dealer license to be able to access.
So how do you do if you had good luck with the cars? Because just a caveat at this, my grandson bought a car from a reputable dealer, and it's a junker.
Yep. Yeah. We so when we get the vehicles in, because Oscar also has the garage, he does a multi-point inspection. So we've bought cars before and had to put tires and brakes on it. It is one of those where we try to account for that. The nice thing is because we're getting wholesale pricing, we can typically still put tires on it, brakes, do some mechanical work, and still end up under what most individuals would see at MSRP at some of the local dealers here in town. That's not to say that every car that we get is perfect. They are as is. We try to get the cars that are between 80 to 110,000 miles. We specifically look for Subarus, Hondas, those name brand. Jeep is another one that, cost to maintain, overall expense and dependability. So most of the vehicles have been really well. We did have one that we got it, and we knew there was a misfire, but we were hoping it was a spark plug. It wasn't. So we had to replace the engine. But we got such a good deal on it. We put the engine in it, put the tires on it, and still we're almost $1,200 under MSRP. We got it at such a good deal on the front end.
So you had pretty good luck with the car.
Yeah. Well, and the nice thing is too, because we're a nonprofit, I can call around and like the junkyard gave us a deal on the engine and shipped it to Trejo. Oscar charges us costs for all our labor that goes directly to us. So that's how he gives back to us. So those partnerships help out quite a bit as well, being able to get the vehicle as low as possible.
That's good.
What kind of miles? Kind of miles do most of them have on?
When we buy them, anywhere from 80 to 110,000. Most of them, I say 80 to 110. I don't think we've gotten a car yet that's been over 100,000 when we bought it. We tend to try to stay with vehicles that are less than 10 years old. But like we bought a single owner Subaru Forester that was 12 years old and had 75,000 miles on it. I'm like, I'll take it. Nobody else wants that car, but we'll take it. And sometimes it's those cars that are older that were just used to drive 10 miles a week, and they're low mileage but still good cars that sometimes we luck out and find.
So do you have any problem with, because a lot of these cars come from Florida, the Carolinas, along the beach. Have you had any problem with that, with water damage?
No, haven't had any problem with water damage or anything yet.
Now you will, since I mentioned it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The online auction is really nice because they hire independent evaluators to go through and evaluate the vehicles, and they write up the evaluation that you can then read online before you get it. And then when you do get it, we always pay. There's a $75 fee for an extended 10-day grace period,
Okay.
where the mechanic can go over it if there's something wrong with it. There's a $6,000 minimum on that through the auction site. So if the car's under $6,000, then they don't guarantee anything on it.
Yeah.
But if it's over, so that's one of the things that we try to do. Even if I have to bid $6,001, I'll do that sometimes just so that I'm over that $6,000 mark,
Yeah.
because then that gets us that guarantee on it.
Do you have any, so after a client gets a car, maybe a year or two and
Mhm.
stuff starts happening on cars, do
Mhm.
you offer any help with that or
We
like
do.
anyway?
We
Okay.
do. So what really that first year we try to get them to establish a $500 emergency fund just
Nice.
specifically for
Yeah.
their vehicle because they now they're working towards vehicle ownership
Yeah.
and that's important. However, we also understand life happens.
Yeah.
So if they go to Oscar, and we're also working with Guaranteed Transmission.
Mhm.
So one of those two locations, they know we're good for the work. If I call and say, hey, this is a recipient, they're bringing the car.
Mhm.
If they pay half, then we'll pay the other half and do a 3-month payment plan. So that way they're not putting it on a
Yeah.
credit card or anything along that
Mhm.
line. We try to get the vehicle back in their hands as soon as possible
Yeah.
so that they're not missing out on work or anything along that line. Because we understand that this is really the tool and it's giving them access to be able to change their life. And
Mhm.
that tool, if it's not there, it's not helping them.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the things that we do and the board has decided on.
That's great. Yeah. I would also recommend if you haven't, IV Tech, their automotive program,
Mhm.
I work there. So
Yeah.
like, I know that they offer things like that too. Just if, I've had my brakes done there before.
Yeah.
So it's a really good program.
Okay.
So yeah. And they also after students have worked on cars, they do a car auction too with cars that they've worked on. I don't know how great they are, but that might be another resource, community resource too. So yeah. Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
So the other 8 cars that you got, are they doing for people? Are the cars doing good, and also are the people?
Yeah, I wish I could say we had 10 people and 10 cars, but we have 9 people. We did have to repossess a vehicle. I do put that out there. It's not fun to do.
Yeah.
It wasn't something I wanted to do, but we do hold people accountable to
Yeah.
these are the plans, these are the terms, and if you don't follow it, we will repossess the vehicle. However, we do have people all over the spectrum. We've got 2 that are doing really well. One, she actually started a women's group at her church and is teaching financial education now to other single moms and how to balance and do different things.
That's awesome.
We have another single mom that has been really struggling. She's trying to get her kids back and her jobs just have not been wise. She the other day was like, I know I'm late on my payment. Don't send the repo man. I will get you the payment, but I can't get it to you until 5. And so I will drop the car off at 8 in the morning. Let me get my kid to school. I'll drop the car off. I'll get you the payment. I'll leave the keys wherever they need to be so you know I'm not using it.
Yeah.
And then I'll get you the payment and I'll pick it back up. And I'm like, yep, you're good. We'll work with you. And, she's turned in the car for 3 days before and had to go get rides elsewhere and then gotten to the point where it's that constant conversation of, okay, how is this happening? What's going on? She took a job that she thought she was going to make more money. They promised her $20 an hour. They paid her $20 an hour, but they only gave her 20 hours a week instead of 40. And so she didn't give proper notice at her job. She was like, I quit. I got a better job. And so then she couldn't go back to her previous employment. And they were like, yeah, no notice. We're not going to hire. So it's hard lessons to learn sometimes, but that's where we are trying to come alongside and help and educate. So we've got a broad spectrum of success. Some of that success is small, some of that success is large.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks so much,
Yeah,
Corey.
you're
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah.
I apologize. I know I was scheduled 2 months ago. I got down here and I'm standing around. I'm waiting. I'm like pulling on the door. What's going on? And I showed up a night late. I had it on my calendar for Wednesday night.
Okay.
Somebody said, I felt so bad. I said it. I was like, oh man. So if you guys have any questions, if you know of anybody that needs a vehicle, send them the website. Our applications on the website. We still have funding to place 4 more vehicles this year.
And this is your number to
Yeah.
call.
Yeah, yep.
You're
the
going to
number's
get to
on
10
there.
this year. I know. I can feel it.
Well, I'm working on car number 10 right now. So
Awesome.
we
I
have
can feel it.
we have
Yeah.
number 10. She's approved.
Good.
We just are trying to get the vehicle for her.
Yeah.
So I lost out on a vehicle last second today. I had
That's
the highest
awesome.
bid, and like somebody
Someone
came in.
came in right on
Somebody
that.
came in right after, and it was like bid 500 over, and I was
Oh, so
like,
it was like
well,
a
dang
sneaky
it.
bid. Yeah.
Yeah, like not only that, it went for more than what it's worth.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was like, holy cow.
Well, thank you so much,
Yeah,
Lori.
thank
I'll
you so
follow
much.
up
Yeah,
with
this
you.
is great.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
appreciate you. Careful here.
Yeah. Unplug anyone.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
Yeah.
All right, minutes.
Ready.
Anyone else?
Third time
Okay.
charm.
I'm sorry, I just
No.
was not thinking. Two sets.
The ones for the 9th look okay, but I can't tell you nothing about the 23rd. So
Oh,
I make a
you
motion.
can reach for on
I make a
on the
motion.
9th?
Yeah.
okay. A second. All approved. Say aye. Aye. Okay, awesome. The September 9th meetings are approved. Minutes are approved. Okay. Let me just read over these really quickly. This is a quick one.
I think Schneer was misspelled in
Was it?
one.
Yep.
Schneer,
No.
Here,
Yeah.
double R.
oh, star.
SCHNARR.
You're supposed to
Snare.
catch that.
Maybe you spelled snarl, but it's snare. Please. Both places.
Uh-oh. It must be like a Google thing. I could say. I move to approve September 23rd. Can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Okay.
I wasn't there.
Awesome. That's fine. As long as you read them, they look good to you.
Yeah.
All right. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Minutes are approved. There's this one. Okay.
Now, do I sign them even though?
I don't know.
You do,
You do? Okay.
yeah. You can approve them
If
if you
you're
weren't
here.
there.
If you weren't there.
If
Yeah.
you weren't a member, you could sign it. 'Cause you'd
Sign.
be asked to approve them,
Okay.
not say that they,
That they are.
if you were there.
There,
listening and
okay.
heard it all.
That's good to know. All right.
I couldn't do it online because he was doing something.
Yeah.
They was all, no, you're not.
Okay, budget adoption.
You shouldn't have in front of you Form 3, Form 4B, and finally the ordinance. It looks like this, budget Form 4. That spells out the proposed budgets, the tax levies, the rates.
Let's see if one, three, let me,
That one,
Yes, this is your ordinance.
like this.
Yeah. To the,
or be, okay,
wait.
or four.
Yeah, Form 4 is your ordinance like this. Mhm.
Cool. Okay.
Rocky, do you want to say anything, or does the board have any questions about the budget? I feel like we've gone over it for
Yeah.
the last couple
Last couple
sessions.
meetings,
Yeah.
So our budget for the cemetery is 14 and our tax levy is 10, we have other,
We have money
Revenue
coming in
sources.
December, yeah, that will kick it over. So,
Okay. It rolls over.
and then of course, then we get more money in June,
Yeah.
no matter what.
yeah, I guess across the board, the budget's higher than the tax levy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay. I move to approve.
I'll second it.
Okay. All approved, say aye.
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 And you had a public hearing on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. 2 weeks
2
ago.
weeks ago, yes. Yeah.
Right, thank you.
Well, we
Yeah.
had, whenever I was here, we talked about it too.
That was a presentation.
Oh.
Presentation, yeah.
And the
yeah.
one you missed was the
Okay.
public one. And if If you guys sign check the ordinance one, and I need to upload it to Gateway.
These ones here, is this what you mean?
How many you need signed?
Yeah.
Two. Need two?
Just one.
Just one,
Okay.
just
Alright.
one. And I can make a copy and put it in your
Oh,
files.
thank you. Catch up.
Thanks.
All right, salary ordinance revision form. We talked about this last time too, right? Yeah. We talked about it a few times, right?
We have, but I brought it back. So the position of deputy trustee, Rose declined.
Oh, okay,
So that's why I'm bringing it back to you.
okay.
So
Declined by whom?
Rose,
Rose, she declined.
she
Okay.
declined the position. So I'm not
Not gonna have one.
have one.
Okay. Is that you feel it's gonna be an issue at all, or?
I mean, the complaint was when I started my internship was that I wasn't hearing
Yeah.
enough. So I offered the position of deputy trustee to Rose to mitigate that concern. But
Yeah.
since she's not interested,
Yeah.
and I'll be here half the day anyway. We'll
Okay.
just have to, struggle, manage.
Yeah.
However, so
Sounds like there won't be any more complaints then, right?
there'll still be complaints. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
That was the only change though, right?
That was the only
Yeah.
change. So it was basically just an hour more.
Yeah.
Sorry, $1 an hour.
$1 more. Yeah. I know.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's Rocky revised it to make it equal to,
Okay.
subtract the $1 an hour.
Okay. Well, I move to approve this resolution. Can I get a second?
Word, okay.
Is it-
Oh,
it's
the
in there.
salary
Sorry.
ordinance?
This does say September on it though, just FYI.
Oh, okay, right here.
I just didn't know if that makes sense.
Okay, sorry.
Should I scratch it out?
Yeah, put one line through it, right October, and then initial. Then we'll get it straightened out.
Okay.
Where's the September? She said?
Right there.
Oh, that's up.
Yeah.
After that, I'm sorry.
Did we didn't approve this. I moved to approve this. Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Awesome. Approved. I'll let everyone catch up.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Thank you.
It's 2026 salary ordinance.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. All right, finances is up next.
I included it in the OneDrive, but I just wanted to point to, we have gone over in a couple areas.
We knew
Yeah. So I just wanted to,
the closer we got to the end of the year, we knew
yeah.
about that.
How much are we over?
So in direct township assistance, we are over 6,586. So we budgeted for 286,700, and then we did an additional. And we are negative almost 7,000.
Almost 100. So it's like 50% where we were over by 50%.
Well, actually, our budget was 160, I think.
Oh.
165 originally for shelter, and we changed it to 200,000,
Mhm.
and we're over that.
No, we budgeted 200,000 for shelter.
Well, no, we had an additional to move it up to 200,000.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
So the original was 160 and then
65,
and we went over the additional allocation.
Because he's helping people, right?
Yeah. I mean, we're always,
We're planning on starting to make all checks out for shelter and public utility services from Green Bay for the next 2.5 months.
So do we need to do another adjustment or?
so
no,
we
can't?
had already done the
Okay.
additional, and we did 300,000 in rainy day for the purchase of the property,
Oh,
correct?
yes,
So
uh-huh.
since we did not buy the property, that money is still sitting there. That's what
Okay. Okay.
we're going to apply to the overages and shelter.
Okay.
And you go straight from rainy day.
Yeah, we can go straight from rainy day, and the only difference with that is that the sections we're going to take from, there isn't enough money in that section, but overall in the fund it is, and we will be moving near the end of the year money from one section to cover. It'll work out, but at this stage in the game, we're wanting to use up rainy day.
Yeah.
And the fact is, we have legitimately going over our budget.
Yeah.
So we might as well say it's
Take it
exceeded. So, we're gonna have, and understand, remember that the total fund of, this is a 0.2, but if you put 0.1 and 0.3 in the 0.2, so we haven't exceeded the amount of money we have in the 840, in the assistance fund. Does that make sense what I'm saying? This is just a section of the assistance fund and where we get our assistance. But we have payroll is 0.1, and we have money in 0.3 for the shelter. We have enough money to cover.
Oh, I see what you mean.
We'll
Okay.
have to ship,
I see. Okay.
See what I'm saying?
So
Yeah.
you have a big bucket of
Yeah.
township assistance, and then
Yeah.
these 3 buckets underneath.
This one bucket has 3 divisions.
3 divisions. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the 08.
Then those
Or-
points. Yeah. The
Mhm.
0.1 point
Yeah, but it's the direct township
Yeah,
assistance.
is
where
what
we-
we're okay.
So there's a line item in rainy day that's direct township assistance, is that?
It's for shelter and for another extra expenses. I can't remember what. Can you bring
What
it,
it's
Randy?
called?
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh, it is on.
Shelter,
Yeah,
fuel.
please. It's in 3 here. Yeah, other services and charges and repairs and maintenance. Between
Okay, I
those
see.
two, or even up here, see, you'll have shelter and you'll have public utility services. We'll be moving the excess money up near the
Oh,
here
okay.
to cover.
So what we budgeted for, we
what will
didn't.
be using.
Okay.
Yes,
So we're kind of
it's there.
okay. Okay. Yeah.
So that I don't know anything about it, but it seems like in terms of the accounting that transferring the funds from rainy days to say, we're gonna take this chunk, 100, however much, and we're gonna put it over in assistance, because
No,
That just-
no, we're not moving it into assistance, we can't do that. But we can move money from one section of that same fund to another section of the fund. And that's what we're going to
we
do.
can't, okay, so
I think you're talking about 2 different things
Yes.
Okay,
here.
okay, let me try again.
So,
Okay, try again.
So what Rocky is saying is that we're using the rainy day here directly for township assistance, not necessarily transfer. We're just gonna take it out of rainy day.
Yeah, so you're right.
And-
no,
and
I
then-
understood that, and that
Okay.
just to me was not terribly satisfying, but that, I don't know anything about it, so I guess it's fine.
So it's rainy days considered like a general fund, right, in a sense?
But it's supposed to be for rainy days
Yeah.
as an emergency fund. So basically, the reason that we have such cash reserves in rainy day is because at the end of the year, when we didn't expend all of our monies, previous trustees would transfer
Dump
it
it
to
in
the
there.
rainy day as a cash reserve. What we're running into with the new legislation is this is considered an unrestricted fund. So we, tamp that down with the capital improvement plan. And then I think the second part of what you were saying, at the end of the year, we'll go back to this 0840, and then we can transfer any remaining funds to these different line items where we're short. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
Basically,
So you did indeed transfer money in previous years. You did go from assistance to rainy day. So
yeah, that's the
in my
only,
mind, it makes sense to say, we need it now in rainy day,
Yes.
or in assistance, excuse me.
Yeah.
We'll move it from rainy day to assistance and disperse it from there. That's what makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Accounting wise,
Mhm.
because it kind of,
Yes, I know what you're saying. Like logically, yes, but legally, we cannot transfer these rainy day
so
funds
they make
into.
you make this accounting kind of,
Basically, we're just drawing directly from rainy day, but keep in mind, it's all paper anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, the cash is,
right,
Basically,
it's in a
and-
bank account.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
The important thing being that we know this money went to pay
This,
assistance.
yes,
right.
correct.
Yeah.
Does that make sense now?
No, but I
It's just right. Yeah. I read that report that you sent out that and yeah, some of that was kind of crazy,
Mhm.
so just like
Yeah.
the numbers of seeing what other townships deny people.
Yes, so ours is about a 60% approval rate. It's
Yeah.
hovering at 60%.
Yeah.
So Arissa's referring to trustee
Yeah, I
study
read that,
I
yeah.
shared with you guys that was Marion County based, but it's still, it applies
Yeah.
across the
It
state.
makes sense after reading that and kind of seeing what the legislation happened. It makes sense why they're doing it. It just kind of feels unfair to people who are actually playing the rule,
Yes.
doing the right thing. But it makes sense why they're doing it because it sounds like other townships have money and they're not helping people.
Yes, and that's been our history
Yeah.
too, which is why we have
Yeah.
what we have given out this year so far has been the most that has ever been given
I bet.
at any
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Even when I look at our recession years,
Yeah.
it's considerably more than
Yeah.
was ever given out. And our requests are hitting those recession numbers. I mean, we're close to 900 requests this year. I'm sure we'll exceed 1,000. Those numbers match what we saw back in 2010.
Yeah. But we're just giving. We're actually giving.
We're actually giving,
Giving
and keep
support.
in mind that we're still at a 60% approval
Denial.
rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or there's
Yeah,
still
so
people
it's
that are
40,
being denied. Yeah.
40% we're still denied.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, in a sense, rainy day fund is like a savings account in a way, right?
Mm,
Correct.
Think about it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I understand that.
Yeah, but yeah, for a long time, we've been sitting on money for, variety of reasons. I would say probably too much caution to help
Yeah.
people.
Well, just thinking about all of the stuff that we've just even had to fix too, in our just 3 years,
Yeah.
The boiler and all of those things, so it's
And
been,
also
yeah.
keep in mind, in that first year that we opened, I was
Yeah.
surprised at how little traffic we received.
Yeah.
And now I understand why, because we were closed for so long, because
people didn't
we had
yeah.
a reputation of not helping.
Yeah.
And even so, I still get complaints,
Yeah.
from the
I bet.
people
Yeah,
we
I bet.
deny.
Yeah.
But our numbers show that we are helping, and
Yes.
financially, we are helping tremendously.
Mhm.
And that's what we're for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I did. I had somebody say that we had run out of money. So I called the office and they said, no, we haven't run out of money, but I did learn. So their standards say You can come in and apply for rental assistance, say in October. You cannot come back for another 6 months. However, you can ask for utility assistance in November.
Okay.
So it's just,
Is
that's,
is that just rules?
so
Yeah.
there are court cases, and this has been proven, you cannot deny the number of times that people can come and ask you for help. You cannot just say,
Yeah, no, you
we'll only help
see
you
in
once
6
a
months?
year.
Yeah. So why are they doing that?
Because no one has challenged them on it.
Okay.
You can come in and ask, that just may not meet the criteria.
Correct. Yeah, there are eligibility standards, but those eligibility standards change from township to
Yeah.
township.
Yeah.
So the message here under this item is that the assistance budget was what percent over the published budget?
For published budget. There were $4,000 for utilities and $5,000 for shelter. That means $169. We're sitting at $235,000. Was this like another 50%?
It was 50% over approximately.
About, and we're not done.
Yeah.
We
Got a couple more months.
Couple more
Three
months.
more months.
But
Right.
all this, you gotta stop and think is that, and I don't like doing this, but in the past we wasn't, and now we're open for business. So
Yeah.
that's why we're getting over it.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
word's
and
getting out.
Word's getting
And,
out
you know,
Yeah.
we did a budget to what it was previously, so
Yeah.
it's just, we gotta help people, that's all
Yeah.
it is.
And we're using more
I
time.
mean, yeah.
We have 3 ladies in the office
Mhm.
at the beginning of the month now, to cover that, because it's kind of
That
dying down
rush.
right now. It's gonna get busy again, beginning of November. The guys are really doing a lot of stuff out at the cemetery, the 2 of them. I'm trying to figure out how we're gonna get through that, but, you're gonna tell them about what did get done this last week,
Doing
I'm
your
sorry?
trustee report.
the fence.
Oh, yeah, fence was replaced on the alley side.
Yes, it's been done.
On what side?
Alley.
Oh, okay.
It's all done, and,
There was the one that kept getting hit by like trash trucks or something, where we couldn't.
It
we
was
did
dented,
Something. was
yeah.
some- Yeah,
People
something
start backing
happened.
into it.
We
Yeah.
didn't really
We
know.
didn't know, yeah.
we're gonna have to worry on, we hear that, we're gonna have to think about next year, the next street section, and maybe the 12th, we'll have to figure out what we can do, but people have been pulling on the fence on the 12th Street.
The bottom,
Yeah.
just to get in.
But the way it is to really, what we did is put a bar at the bottom of the entire length of the alley, so it'll keep it all and tied down in there.
Yeah,
If we did that, we have to replace all the poles when we do it the other way, because,
something we could think about
with
is
something was coming.
maybe a screw down.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
And put, I don't know how much it would cost, but take and put what I did when I had a dole. I bent a piece of rebar or whatever and drove it in there. Well, with people, you're gonna have to have something screwed in there.
Yeah, I really do.
And you can, it wouldn't have to be that big, and you can get something that's got a cable on it, and you can put a cable
Okay,
and tie it down.
We'll have to look at the alternatives.
Yeah.
But I got a small one at home that I had a shed that I tore down, and I can show you what I'm. I was trying to bring that in.
yeah, if you could show it to the guys, yeah.
And
Yeah.
we took the barbed wire off of the top.
Oh, you did?
It's a hazard. But,
And the other thing we could do, we could put barbed wire on the bottom, you know, or electrolyze it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Rocky, remind me, are we coming back to the board for an additional next month or, okay,
we're gonna do additional preparation, and then we're gonna get permission in December to move and distribute.
To do the
money each
transfers.
month,
Mhm.
So that we'll zero out the accounts, that are over right now. So
Okay.
we'll get it even, and then we'll have a real picture of what we did between the 2 years. It's gonna be huge. We
Yeah.
are.
And that's kind of what we did. I told the previous, before you came in, We can always do a revision,
Yeah.
appropriate more money.
Yeah.
That's all we do.
Yeah, city does it all the time.
Yeah.
Or county.
And the gravel.
Yeah,
I
we
remember
put
you talking about
gravel,
the
we put
gravel.
gravel down.
Now on
On
the
the
entire,
paths.
all the roads.
Yeah, all through the
Great.
cemetery. It looks great.
That's
It's white
awesome.
gravel. It looks really nice.
So
Beautiful.
did we get that from Reed's Rock?
Breeds. They gave us a good deal.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Anything else for finances? We good?
Oh, I did want to point out,
Okay.
so the direct township assistance, there's a lot of it there, but also our general fund.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, so you'll see, we got 40,000 left altogether, but we've spent 313,000.
Yeah, we definitely
For
got that.
everybody.
How much did we budget for next year for assistance?
It is in your
An additional,
500, so for the entire
Yeah.
township assistance, 502,566.
Or how much we are expected to spend this year? Or what have we spent to date?
For
for assistance?
assistance altogether.
200,000, it was 941, I think it was up there, so 200,000 and just over 100, less than 100, so, just over $200,000 in shelter.
That's
40,000 in utilities.
okay.
So I don't know what the whole thing is, I don't have that in my head.
So if we look at direct township assistance,
Okay.
What I actually spent.
293,286.40.
So almost 300,000.
Mhm.
In
Direct township. assistance.
in 9/12, which is 3/4. And we,
Oh, yeah, more than,
So this number tracks, it's like,
so-
yeah.
But
so we
remember
get
that it has the-
plenty. It
Yeah.
looks
Okay.
good for next year, that's
Yeah.
sufficient
Yeah.
number.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all.
We'll see, but this, I mean,
I
I know
know.
that we're
Things
just
are-
seeing
yeah.
the tip of
Yeah.
this
Of-
recession.
Yes.
And with people getting laid off,
Yeah.
it might go up
Yeah.
and they don't pass the bill.
I mean, the government shutdown, we haven't seen impact yet,
Yeah.
but
It may-
I think that's
it
just
keeps
yet.
going on.
It's
Yeah.
just- yeah. The problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything more?
I just wanted to,
Just
Give
show
you
us the
that.
red.
yes.
Okay.
Give you,
Give us that.
give you that
Yeah.
heads up that,
Well,
yeah.
Okay.
When you give you the reports, you might want to look them over before we come in November, because then have your questions ready, because otherwise.
Yeah.
In November, the additional appropriation. Because everything is kind of guessing, we're hoping, I think it'll balance, but we're gonna guess what high.
When you have too much, you never know what's gonna happen. The weather could really go crazy.
Well, if we'll have to, if we want to do that, I need paper, and it would be good to have it
Yeah, I understand. I
Like-
like paying for two.
Friday or
Yeah,
Monday morning.
I sent it out Friday.
Well, you'll print it out Friday.
Oh, no, I mean, I shared the link and I printed the paper today.
Right. I'm just saying, if we're gonna come in prepared, I can't look at it on a screen and process it nearly as well as.
I'll try and have
So you'll
her
come in and
what
grab
I
some paper.
Expect to give to you by the end of the month, and she'll see if I can.
Okay, yeah, I can
Yeah,
print
so we'll do
them
it
out.
through October.
Well, no, in November, we're gonna do the additional appropriation in November.
Right, so we'll have through the end of October.
I've gotta get it ready by the end of October, yes.
Right.
I got about, what is it, 13? I got 10, 12, 13 days.
14.
Less than that, actually. I'm gonna be losing a couple of time. My dad has just come up from Florida
Hmm.
for the week. And
That's cool.
his birthday is Monday, we're gonna have a party.
cool.
So I'm gonna be
That'll be
missing
fun.
a little bit of time in the office, but when I come back, we'll get it done.
Okay. Next up, Outreach Advocacy Center Community Service Agreement.
Yes.
Yeah? No?
Oh,
You need more?
sorry.
Well, just, like I said earlier, I didn't look at this to see what was gonna be on there, but he is very pleased. He got his nurse practitioner back.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And he's helping out with
Yeah.
that. And like I said, I've been in there 2 or 3 times. He wants me to come in there. I don't know why.
He invited all of us to come. Like
Yeah.
he's really
Yeah,
proud of
I
it,
know.
which is great. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, I just haven't had time, but I was really impressed with him. I mean,
He's very
they're doing it's great work, and like what he's doing for his employee that decided to follow him. He's helping pay for her like RN. Like
she's going back to school.
Yeah,
She's
mhm.
his secretary, does the front entrance.
yes.
Entry.
Mhm.
And the other day when I was there, he pays out of his pocket for
I know.
people. And I said, Craig, you don't need, but he said, I gotta help him.
Yeah.
And the people that's coming in there is really in dire need of stuff.
Yeah.
Get out of jail. This one guy today that come in, he was like 3rd time he'd been there. He's in jail, and it's something I didn't really catch it all, but something about the insurance wouldn't pay or something wouldn't pay for his medicine or what he needed. So he paid for it out of his pocket. So he is a very exceptional person. And he calls me a friend. Anybody calls me a friend, that's, they got to be very passionate.
Yeah.
Which I am. And just, he's doing good work. He's very, very, very appreciative.
Yeah.
I need to relay that to you all.
Well, and I won't disagree with any of that, but what happened? Why is the county not?
I don't know why.
The reason is that he went out, see, it was down at Northside Center, down at the complex down there. And he was in the cafe or whatever it was down there. So
No, it was the Recovery Cafe.
Oh, recovery.
But he was somehow in with that. I don't know somehow, but he was down at the Northside Center. And people on the council don't like that. I'm not going to mention any names. I know who it is.
We do. We know.
And so they won't give him, can't get any money, but but one caveat to that is that he did something with IU hospital, and they're trying to push away from all the people that's got Medicaid.
Mhm.
And they get there's a possibility, it's in the early stages, and I don't know if I'm supposed to tell this or not, but it's in the early stages that he might get $1 million over 5 years after it was, like $200,000 or
To take on
$100,000.
Medicaid patients.
Yes.
Yeah.
And because they're really satisfied and happy with what he's doing.
That's good.
And see, that's what most of his patients are, is
Yeah.
Medicaid.
Yeah, but the need for Medicaid services has got to far exceed what he can provide there.
That's true. But, he's helping people that can't get help anywhere else.
Well, and again, I understand that, I appreciate that, but the township cannot fund that operation ad nauseum.
So what you have in front of you is just service agreement for a year.
The rest of
Yeah,
the year.
the rest of this
What we
year.
talked
I don't,
about, yeah.
yes,
Helping him pay his rent so
Yes.
they can use their funds
correct.
to get their other person hired back, and what was it, also to finish some of the space,
Yes.
right?
So that's not part of the
I
agreement.
know, but
This
that's
is-
what this money is kind of going, so he can use some of his other this helps
Yes.
offset some of the
Some of the other costs.
costs. Okay.
Yeah. So this is strictly to pay for rent for the
Yes.
remainder of the year, so they can stay in operation.
What he's got now is just a giant room with some little rooms off
Like-
the side.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
he's got
Yeah.
a place, right now he's got a but he wants to get a place where he can have his medicine.
Mm,
Like,
yeah.
Pharmacy.
Yeah, like a locked away. Yeah. Okay.
and he doesn't, it's just there.
Yeah.
So he said he was going to share a revised proposal for the build out
Okay. For next year.
for next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is what we talked about last meeting.
Correct.
His request, and we talked about we were like we were cool with the first month,
Yeah.
but when he left, we decided we could do the rest, and
Correct.
we proved that we can do that. So
And
that's what this is saying.
yes. And yes, I agree with Susan. This is not like
It's not sustainable, but
sustainable, but this is
we
for
can
now.
help. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now. Yeah. I agree.
So does
Yeah.
he have a plan to pay rent next year?
He's supposed to get opioid settlement money,
I remember. Yeah. I'm talking
Yeah.
about
but I
that.
can also follow up with Lisa Dullum and talk to the county about what the plan is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that.
because that opioid settlement money, that's totally appropriate for that when you're going for this.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
So, yeah.
it needs
We're-
to.
We're gonna follow up on
Yeah.
that.
I will do that.
All right.
We need to sign this one. on this.
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Motion.
Or actually, I think I sign it.
You just sign it. We just
Yes.
need to do a motion.
Yes, please.
I make a motion.
I second. All approve, say aye. Aye. Motion approved. We don't sign anything.
No, I
Okay.
just sign it, but
Okay.
I bring
You want-
these service agreements to you so you guys know
Yes.
what we're spending our money on.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'll let everyone catch up.
Where?
At November.
Oh,
board
yes. So
meeting
the
schedule
next
change.
board meeting falls on Veterans Day,
Oh,
which
okay.
we will be closed.
Okay.
So I
You
bringing that to the board to see what date we can reschedule. I saw a county councils change their meeting to just the following day. I don't know if that works for you. On the 12th,
Oh, the 12th on a Wednesday.
on a Wednesday, or if you want to push it to the following week. I am available any of those evenings.
What is easiest for everyone else? I can do either. I prefer to do Tuesdays, but Wednesday is fine with me. What does anyone have any? We're either going for the 12th or the 18th.
As long as we don't ever do it on the first, third,
The
Tuesday of the month.
12th is better for me, the 18th is Eddie's birthday, but we're not necessarily doing anything, so.
For now, the 12th is.
12th? Is
Okay.
the 12th
I
work
will-
for
I will
everyone?
Check when I
Okay.
get home, see if there's anything going on.
That works for me.
Okay,
I'm putting
Thank
it on
you
my
so much.
Calendar.
So what is it?
the 12th.
12th.
And the 9th is my 50th anniversary.
Oh, you better not
Ooh.
forget.
It's
Special.
50th?
It's
Wow.
Make it special.
2 days before.
I'm special all the time.
Oh.
I don't know. You seem to keep falling down and hurting yourself.
I
That's what makes me special.
Oh, yeah.
I rode a special
Okay.
bus over there.
So we're doing November 12th. Okay, cool. And my favorite part, the trustee report.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, when I was pulling the numbers, you could see that September dropped as far as
Request?
assistance.
Yeah.
Utility was still high.
Yeah, that kind of surprised me.
Yeah.
Well, because the other assistance program has not started, correct? And
Yeah,
it's
right.
Still hot. Like it's still,
Yeah. So the applications
Oh.
open October 1st.
Okay.
Funding doesn't kick in until
Until, like,
November
something.
1st.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's also, well, let me see. Yeah,
they
look
were
at the
saying-
number of requests.
Yeah.
They
Susan.
were paying for their August bill
Yeah, that's
at
yeah.
that point.
Yeah.
'Cause It cooled off in September.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look at the number of requests that we're getting. We're getting,
Yeah.
and again, the numbers are high. We're having them find pledges from other agencies, but again, they're running into the same
Same
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
So we didn't follow up, well, we did a first follow-up with Duke, but I think so the ask was for them to not shut off, or for them to wait for their payment if a home house call is being made to evaluate to give an energy audit, basically. So, based on what we're seeing here, I think it would be good to try to get that in place for next year.
Okay, with Dagny.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Do these numbers go into Tom's Web?
They do.
Utility assistance. So
Yes,
we would be able to see around the state if these,
the ones who use Tom's
Who use
Web.
it, yeah.
the ones only that, I thought everybody had to report.
They have to report, but they don't have to use Tom's Web.
So, right, excuse me. So it's that reporting out site. which is
To Gateway.
Gateway, yeah.
Gateway, so that should all be available.
Yes, you should be able to see utilities across the board. But remember, every township has different standards.
Yeah.
So it
Sure.
won't be apples to apples comparison. It may, because remember, even we used to say you either apply for rent or utilities.
Yeah.
And then this year we changed it.
Mhm.
Those, yeah.
Just some updates. Rocky mentioned the cemetery. So the fence down the alley has been replaced and we put a bar across the bottom so that people won't pull up from the bottom. Staffing. So we've had Jane, our sub, has been coming in regularly the first week of the month and even some into the second just because of the traffic.
Yeah.
We did have an appeal in September and that the commissioners came back with inconclusive. They weren't sure that we necessarily applied our standards, but they didn't remand the application or the assistance.
Okay.
So
So they upheld your decision.
They upheld our
your
decision.
decision, but they questioned whether the standards were applied.
Yeah. So with this applicant, so she applied for herself, but she had sufficient resources, or no, I'm sorry. She had been terminated from her job, basically a no-call, no-show. And the employer sent her an email basically saying, we consider this voluntary termination because, called, no-showed. So we took that as the basis for denial.
Yeah.
Her asking for an appeal was because the termination was done, I can't remember if it was 60 to 90 days before she applied for assistance. And there is a caveat in our application that you can apply for assistance after 90 days. I guess the termination won't affect you. We've always taken it as you lost your job.
Yeah.
That's reason for denial.
Mhm.
So that caveat there had not been pointed to before. So that's where they said it was inconclusive. That,
Because it's kind of, okay.
yeah, we
Do
have
need to
always just,
update it at all, like do we need to clarify that little part at all? Just to
I
be
think
sure, or no?
it's a matter of training and just
Okay.
being aware that if enough time has passed,
Yeah.
that may not be something that will affect the applicant.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So she also trashed us during the meeting, or during the appeal. So that was rough.
That sucks. I know you'll take that to heart, but
Yeah.
don't. I know.
But the thing of it is losing her job from being let go because of herself or just being let go, we still might be able to help. Is that what you're saying?
If enough time has
Yeah.
passed, so we can't apply that standard of, you know, if you were let go for just cause, that's reason for denial.
But then you say then she's trashed you guys for.
Yeah. Yeah. She pointed to our Google reviews.
People only leave those when they're upset.
Yeah. I will point out that our food pantry, we're seeing more use of our
Oh,
food
okay.
pantry. So I was just stalking it when you guys showed up.
Yeah,
So that's,
yeah.
we have seen that need. We attended the annual conference for Indiana Township Association. Rocky and frontline staff went. I sent them for a day instead of the
The whole time.
the whole time. I think it makes more sense to just send them to the one day where they have all the township
Yeah.
assistance sessions. So they went to that, and I think they realized, oh, we're kind of doing, you know, when they hear stories from the other townships and hearing that they're having them read Dave Ramsey's,
Yeah.
you know, Road to Wealth book and have
Mhm.
them write an essay, or they heard another township makes their applicants cash out their 401k, or, you know, whatever other assets they have them liquidate their assets before the township will.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. So then the office staff are hearing, you know, okay, so this is how other townships do it.
So they kind of
Yeah.
can give themselves a pat on the back because they're doing what's right,
Right.
correct, and helping people instead of making them struggle more.
Exactly.
I can't believe a township does that. That's ridiculous.
Or the fact that we've already transitioned to a 4-page application
Yeah.
instead of the old 10-page
You add
application.
insult to injury, because if they have to empty out some sort of retirement account, they have to claim that as income in the tax.
Yeah.
And they have to pay taxes.
And they
on
get
it
hit
later.
hard on that,
Yeah, they
and
get
then-
double whammy.
And then when they're retirement
Yeah.
age, they're
Yeah.
wow.
I'm just telling you,
Yeah, that's
townships
awful.
are across the board
why
have
why
different
isn't
standards.
there like something that's more standardized? Is that like
Bas-
because
Basically, the state
feels like
says
lawless.
these are the basic standards you have to follow. But here's where townships can add more things.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's
When we
really
get
a
by
power
doing
play.
that, but is it bigger townships than us, or is it small townships?
I think it's across the board.
Yeah.
That's
And then they steal money
Yeah.
with the credit card or make
Yeah.
fake leases, you know.
Which, you know, when we complain that there's a target on our back, there's reasons
Yeah.
why.
Uh-huh. It
Yeah.
just sucks because I feel like we're doing what we're supposed to,
Yeah.
you know.
so
Yeah.
you guys got to stand up and bow for what we're doing. Rocky.
Oh, no. I
Should've.
don't. That's
Hey,
the lady.
guess what? We help people.
That's the
Yeah.
ladies who do that. I just pay the bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
They're
at
they're
this
the line
ITA
that has to
conference.
Deal with
Rocky was
with
there.
crap. Well,
Well,
I
I'm
was
saying-
there, yeah, for that, yeah, for the program and stuff.
Yeah,
like that. But
where we
the
learn
day
about-
in, day out,
Yeah.
interviewing, going through, having the file, they're the ones that have to do that. I mean, the worst I have to do is if I hear somebody getting a little bit belligerent or something like that, if I happen to hear it, I'll walk out there.
Good.
Just to stand there, and sometimes that helps, and sometimes it doesn't, you know? Mostly because I'm not gonna join.
In which case you run back in your office.
I told them that I would come down if they needed assistance too. So
Yeah.
I'd be one falling.
I'm following.
Somebody listening, and at the very least, I'm here to listen to what happens,
Yeah.
and then I can report if something bad does happen. I've seen what's going on, and then I can talk. You want me to go to the county and tell them?
Yeah. I do have to say I have seen and heard a decline of client complaints.
I think client, yeah.
Yeah.
I have it lately, yeah.
So it's
But
getting them, you know, it's like they just, so-and-so's rude, and yeah, I haven't heard that as much. Just a few things. I went to the Recovery Cafe's rebrand. So they switched their name from Recovery Cafe to the Hive because it's going to be more of a resource center. That's
Where did
where-
they move to now?
They're same location.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they'd moved also.
That's where Loomis had his
Yeah,
initial
yeah.
office.
Okay.
And then
That's why they changed it.
the staff and I attended the Snowy Owl Commons grand
yeah.
opening
I
that,
saw that
on
they,
the
like,
south
did
side.
that. Yeah, that's so cool.
yeah.
Where's that
So that is behind the Payless on the south side of town. It's
Oh, yeah,
Is it the housing thing?
Yeah,
Mhm.
remember what was from Area 4?
from Area 4, 50 units.
Yeah, I forget what her name is.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
It's cute.
yeah. So 2 bedrooms, 2
Okay, that's all
bathrooms.
those apartments along.
Yeah,
Yes.
for like
It's a low
older,
cost.
older folks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also disabled folks.
Yeah.
People
And
with
there's another place
disabilities.
kind of they're talking about like the Oasis or something like
The
that.
Oasis is
Yeah.
for
Disabled.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
going to that. That is, they're having that on the 23rd from 5
Okay.
to 7 at the country club.
Oh,
If you'd
nice.
like to
And
go.
we're in the city still planning on building apartments out there on McCarty Lane.
For LTHC.
Oh yeah.
The one-
hmm Yeah, I don't know how far along that is, but
That's
yes,
nice.
it's snowy
Yeah.
out. So they had actually 400 people on the wait list.
Wow.
There are only
For the snowy out place?
Wow.
How many
The
apartments
Jefferson,
How many apartments?
How's
50.
that going? Yeah.
50?
they're almost done.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's nice looking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is very nice looking. Yeah, 450
How many
units.
places are there?
50.
Yeah.
Oh,
Phew.
yeah,
Take your chunk anyway.
yeah. It's very nice.
There's apartments going up everywhere though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But they're not
No, not
Affordable.
not affordable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
What is that
a
thing?
kicker.
What'd you call it?
Huh?
I didn't hear what you called it, a purpose.
Apartments going up.
Apartments going up. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they are. But
They're all market rate.
yeah,
They are market rate, yeah.
I wish there was some sort of.
I did attend an eviction hearing
Okay.
with the client, and we helped her. It's important. This is part of tenant education when a client, because I had a client who did not show up for a hearing. And so I'm trying to educate the clients, the tenants, you show up no matter what, because
Yeah.
the default, they're going to default against you. So
Against you, yeah.
show up.
Yeah.
So, and I asked them, do you want me to be there with you?
Yeah.
And so she said yes. So I was with her, and then we talked to her property manager. They did a continuance. We helped her. She just has to take care of the legal fee, which is $125.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a
Great.
matter of
Oh, so
educating
she's
folks.
not getting.
No.
She's not getting
Yeah.
evicted.
Cool.
That's great.
But yeah, it's just that ongoing education. Like
Yeah.
you need to show up no
Mhm.
matter what, and
Yeah.
you need to. And I tell
That's
them this is
important.
how it
Yeah.
works. You're going to negotiate with the attorney if there's one present for the
Yeah.
property manager, or talk to the property
Yeah. 'Cause it's under
manager.
my assumption that the judge he does not want to evict people.
He
If
does
there's
not
an
want to
option-
evict.
More.
Yes,
Mhm.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he does not.
he does
want-
not want to
So,
evict
and as
people.
long as we kind of, because I know that like when people are going through that hard times, they're already kind of like, I'm already evicted. I'm down my luck. What's the point of showing
What's the
up?
point of showing
But
up?
with,
You
like,
gotta show
People
up.
like that judge, if he's willing and that property owner is willing to work with them, that's very important.
Yeah,
Well, and it may not be a surprise, but having you show up also.
Yes.
That's
absolutely.
Well, it
And
just
that's
gives
the
that
game
tenant-
changer.
that
Yeah.
is the game changer. Is
Gives the
they're
tenant
not alone.
confidence To, yeah,
The
exactly.
tenant's not alone, and
Yeah.
so the property manager, I can say, I'm the trustee, I'm working with this client,
Yeah.
and then they're more willing to work
Yes.
with that
Mhm.
client.
Yeah.
When you do that, is it more likely they'll,
Yes,
Yeah.
Find a name.
100%.
Yeah.
wow, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
when
on this report, the number of those hearings you attended, that should be,
you want me to add that as a stat?
I know you've
I
been,
can.
Yeah, you've been to quite a
Already?
few.
Yeah,
You say, oh, you've not listed it.
no,
No.
I can
Is that
add it.
right?
You've been to quite a few.
Yeah, not as
Once a
regular
month
as I
or whatever?
used to. Yeah, I used to do more just on my own as a court watcher. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'll probably have less time next year. But yeah, I can add that as a stat.
Yeah.
And the judge sees me and he knows me, and more importantly, the slumlords see me
And they know, yeah, and they
and
know.
know me.
Yeah.
So
well, could Rose go?
Rose
Brandy?
could go. Brandy's not, I don't think Brandy's interested. Rose has expressed interest. The problem with Rose is she finds it difficult to leave her station
I see. Yeah.
mentally.
I get that,
And
yeah, uh-huh,
this is
yeah.
like, this is,
Yeah.
because I'll say things to her like, do you want to go to this. No, or, it was like the senior expo. I went and set up and I asked her, do you want to go set it up with me? Because she loves doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
And she was busy. She's
Yeah.
like, no,
Yeah.
I'm busy.
I understand
You
that. Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Stepping away from her desk is sometimes kind of hard.
But
yeah.
it is something that she has expressed interest in. So yeah, I can definitely take her one of the days that Jane is here covering.
Yeah,
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
because that would be good.
But it is hard for Rose to step away to let go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
She does have conflict.
Yes.
mhm.
What time do you start business hours?
9.
Is it mainly 8:30?
Yeah.
We go there first.
Yeah, and she's here way early. So
she's one of those. Yeah.
yeah. Some of the other things, I organized speakers for the diversity roundtable for 2 months. So I wanted that. I have a typo here, but participated in the Mexico en el Corazón program at the Long Center. Then I volunteered at Hannah Fest. I also contributed an article to the bicentennial book that TCHA put out. So I went to the launch.
You're on that committee, right? Were you on that committee? The
I
art
stepped-
one?
I stepped down from the
Oh.
board. I was on the board. I stepped
Okay.
down from the board. And then I attended Carrie Home at the advisory group. And then I went to the Property Partners Committee. That's where we're actively trying to recruit and work with landlords who are more likely to help out our clientele.
Okay.
So we're trying to recruit and make some relationships happen there.
Is that doing good?
Yeah, we got some good people and we're
Yeah.
working, it's a coalition of people. So like Valley Oaks and Lum and LT.
Okay.
Is that United Way too? Or is that a different, like that's the landlord incentive thing?
Yeah, that's a
different way?
landlord. Yeah,
And
these
the
are just
landlords-
trying to build
and the
relationships.
And the landlords are showing up to that, and they're not, or just.
We've
just
had a
talking.
few.
Yeah.
So we had like Crandall show up,
Mhm.
Ellie, and I can't remember the others, but we're actively trying to recruit good
Okay.
landlords who are willing to work with our clientele because they understand the challenges that comes with working with that community. And then I participated in Latino Fest, senior games that they got rained out. So it was kind of a,
Bummer.
yeah, met with Susan, did a client interview that Brandy didn't feel like she could be unbiased. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah,
And I'd rather she tell me like
Yeah. I get that. Yeah.
yeah. So I've done that. County council, county commissioner. I attended the annual Indiana Fiscal Luncheon, which was very interesting. That's where I heard for the first time that some of these companies like the Rainbow Trout should sue the counties who deny their requests.
Mm.
So I thought, oh, that's going to be a game changer. And that's exactly
Exactly
what
what they're
happened.
doing,
Yeah.
And what do they do? They.
Indiana Fiscal, it's a research, it's a non-party.
Rainbow people, what are they? doing?
They filed a lawsuit against the county.
Solar
BC.
farm that-
Right, no, I
This
know,
one.
I just
Yeah.
wasn't sure what the point was that was made there.
The point was that the Secretary of Energy said that basically these companies that have been, or the communities have been courting them, stringing them along for years. And these companies have invested a lot of money into our communities. And then at the end, their request for rezoning or whatever is rejected. Then she said those companies should sue the county or the city. And that's
What's
exactly
happening?
what happened.
Yeah.
Or take SK Hynix. In that case, that was approved, but
Well, I've heard expressed that it's really not the zoning board that should be making those decisions because their qualifications aren't to evaluate.
They're not elected for some of them.
And,
No.
they can make a decision if you can put your shed closer to the lot line, that's just kind of because these other things are mitigating circumstances, but
these are
to
commercial
zone, to cite,
industry.
utility
Mm.
project or,
Yeah, and those two are different. One's the Board of Zoning Appeals who are appointed people.
right.
Yeah.
The other one's the elected, council, so.
Right.
Yeah. So that was interesting that I heard that. And the Secretary of Energy said that community should pass ordinance, basically yes or no ordinances saying, yes, we're willing to do data centers in this community. Yes, we're willing to consider solar, wind, whatever, or no, we're not.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
that'd be
String
like,
them along.
yes, and have all these, it was a strong ordinance.
Mhm.
And then say, yeah, but.
Yeah. So that was the first time I heard somebody from the state saying companies should be suing these municipalities. And
I see both sides of
Yeah.
that one.
I thought,
I do
ooh,
see
okay.
both sides.
Yeah.
So then it happened.
And then let all these gas stations and car washes.
Yeah, I had a rabbit hole, but
Yeah.
anyway, I went to that. So that was interesting.
Okay.
That was actually an energy discussion. They talked about nuclear energy.
That was at Indianapolis.
Yeah, it was at Newfields.
Oh,
Yeah. Big wigs. And that's
that's it?
everything not everything, but mostly everything
Yeah.
I could track.
Yeah. Well, anyone else?
Oh, and
Before we-
HPIN, that's the Homelessness Prevention Intervention Network.
Well,
We chose the
12.
12.
12th, yes. So I move to adjourn this meeting. It is 7:54. You second?
Yes, ma'am.
All in agreement, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We're done.
Thank you.